My name is Tom Westland, aka Tornado T from Darlington, Texas. But this is a barbecue place that me and my friend started. It took us about 2 years to build it out. We just used our own money. He had this building for years. He never did anything with his flooring, so we just took 2 years, remodeled it, did barbecue, turned it into barbecue. And I'm from barbecue. I'm from the meat business actually. I've been meat packing since for years. I grew up in that business, so. It's kind of an extension, like my dad was in the meat packing business, so I'm pretty much into that whole industry now. I barbecue, I had a place in Arizona called Smoke and Star, famous Texas barbecue, so did that for years. It was hugely successful, so got divorced pretty much, everything went down, so it was kind of when the economy was tanking too, so did that and pretty much came back here. I grew up here, so I'm from the Midwest, like Iowa originally, but I've lived in Texas, Arizona, California, all over the place. But that's pretty much it with the barbecue, and it's pretty good. It's done really well. We've been open 2 years, and it's just went through the roof. Pretty much. Slowly, incrementally, which is organically is what you want in any restaurant. So
I can see why. It's fantastic barbecue.
Yeah, the food, the decor is pretty. It's pretty much like what I envisioned, but some place in West Texas, just hot, you go in and all the furniture's mismatched, it's kind of the style I liked, and plus we didn't have any money, we're not going to take any loans to do it, so we're just doing it by bootstrapping, which has worked pretty much, but it's hard work, I'm here every day, pretty much. Sweating.
Yeah, literally sweating. Yeah. We were just chatting with Will about his experience with Bitcoin. Tell us how you got involved. How did you get exposed to Bitcoin, and then you accept Bitcoin here? How did you make that decision?
Well, Will was the prime mover in that. Will and I worked in '96 on this project. It was a company called WebTech, and we were developing smart card-based solutions, which is all offline. It's not like now. This is the infancy of the internet, so there was really we were too early. Really, if we would have kept with it, we would probably be doing real well at this point if we kept in that whole industry. But it was smart card-based solutions we developed the cash systems, we developed wallets based on an actual card, smart card. And it did somewhat well in Europe. It never really took off. All these systems, it's hard to get accepted. And then Will turned me, he said, oh, it's come back around now when they got Bitcoins out. It's what we envisioned, back, 96, 97. So, yeah, he got me into it. I just it was pretty easy for me to get into it because I have that background. So I got back into it, started doing, I couldn't really do much with Bitcoin. I'm more into actually wanting to make things. I'm not so much to start speculating on stuff like that. So I just started accepting him here just to be, one of the first people to do it. He got me into it. It was pretty easy for me to figure out the technology end of it as far as accepting him and getting wallets and accounts set up, which is the hardest thing with Bitcoin, is getting the money.
Is it hard to integrate with your business, with your regular accounting?
Well, it hasn't. It's been pretty minuscule at this point. This is the first transaction I've had in a long time. So ever since the price went jacked up, the price went through the roof. People want to hold on to it. So they think, oh, this could be worth a lot more than $100 or $200 a coin. So, but yeah, I think to me, it's just. Makes more sense because it's more community based. It's you don't have the rich controlling all of it. At this point, which I don't know, it's probably changing as we speak. But governments, haven't really interfered too much until recently. But I just think it's a really good method, and I think it's helped people in general already. Like people in Cyprus when all their accounts were being frozen, seized by the government, and they had another medium to put their money somewhere. So that whole aspect of it, as far as me here, I just like the concept of it, from my viewpoints of how society should work, and that's kind of what got me into more into it.
You're developing your own currency.
Yeah, Seedcoin. Will and I are going to work on that and get that developed.
So, elevator pitch. I've never heard of Seedcoin. I have no idea what it is. What's the best short description you got?
It's basically going to be an altcoin. I don't know. There's a lot of ways that it can be integrated. I kind of want to do something totally different. So what I'm going to do is actually back it with real seeds and work with seed banks and places, seed banks, seed savers. The idea behind it is I'm not going to just do it. I'm not doing it for money. I'm just going to do it to create something that's backed by seeds. That's the whole basis of it. It's not mining, it's sowing seeds, but there's the crypto part and then there's the non-crypto part of it. The non-crypto part is physical seeds. So anyone who's going to be using their computer to make these coins will have to have some sort of seeds cached, at least percentage or as many. I haven't figured out all the logistics of it, but yeah, that's pretty much it in a nutshell. It's a cryptocurrency. It's going to be based on script, which is different than the Bitcoin, which is based on SHA-256, which is harder to mine for one. But I don't know.
You're okay.
Yeah, just roll by. But yeah, and script is it's more secure for one. It's faster transactions. You can do it faster, and it's accessible. And there's probably I think there's 10 altcoins at this point, so this might be like an 11th. But looking at all the other ones, they don't. A lot of them, I don't know. Some say they're like scam coins or whatever. This I'm just doing because I'm intrinsically interested in. I think it's a good concept as far as something backed by something you can actually make food with. Opposed to eating gold. You can't eat gold. Like what do you do with that? Things go to hell, right?
Yeah, you can't grow yourself with gold.
Yeah, exactly. That was kind of the basis of that. But yeah, I'm really curious about the whole thing, and I'm just really interested in actually making the system work. I'm really excited about working on building the Genesis block, and then and just start the initial sowing, not mining it. And the denominations would be like seedlets. So you have I think was it Satoris like with the Bitcoins? Satoshis, yeah. So this would be like seedlets, and have it delineated into milliseeds or whatever. I haven't totally figured it all out, but I've been working on it every night, just trying to get the site up, logos and stuff. But
cool.
Yeah, I'm excited about it.
I think we've covered what we need to. Only wanted just a few clips from you to use in this, and then we'll be back again, I'm sure.
Oh, please do anytime.
Thank you for fantastic food.
Oh, thank you so much for the Bitcoins. I'm going to convert these.